Security measures remain in place in Moscow, a day after a short-lived rebellion posed the greatest challenge yet to President Putin's authority. In the past few hours, the US Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, said real cracks in Mr. Putin's authority had been exposed. Yevgeny Prigozhin, the head of the Wagner mercenary group, pictured here leaving the Russian city of Rostov-on-Don, is reportedly going into exile in Belarus after abandoning his advance on Moscow. And with Wagner forces firing their guns into the sky on Saturday evening and cheers from the watching public, his troops also departed the city just hours after they controlled a military building, with further Wagner troops moving towards Moscow. They were travelling north on the M4 motorway, passing the city of Voronezh, and they were spotted as far north as Lipetsk, which is around 300 miles south of Moscow. Then, in the early evening, Prigozhin announced that he had agreed to stop the advance. Tensions have been building between Mr. Prigozhin and Russia's military leadership for some time over their approach to the war in Ukraine. Our security correspondent, Gordon Carrera, reports.
The strange end of a mutiny. Forces from the Wagner mercenary group left Rostov last night watched by crowds after a chaotic and extraordinary day. Some cheered Wagner's leader, Yevgeny Prigozhin, as he was driven away, reaching out to shake his hand. Yesterday morning, the military headquarters in the city had been seized by forces loyal to Prigozhin without firing a shot. Once a close ally of Putin, Prigozhin had fallen out with Russia's military leadership, claiming they'd used his mercenaries as cannon fodder in Ukraine, and so he began to head towards Moscow. As the Wagner convoy began the long drive to the capital, there were explosions and reports of helicopters shot down. But a deal brokered by the president of neighbouring Belarus, an ally of Putin, halted Prigozhin's advance late in the day before significant bloodshed.